I don't remember. Okay.
Okay, Solomon, go for it.
For
Are you gonna share your thing?
Oh yeah, I thought you had to pray first, or should I just do it?
I'll stop the broad. Should I stop?
No, we can just pray live.
We can what?
We can just pray with it on.
Okay. Who wants to say a prayer?
I will.
Thanks.
Okay. Our dear Heavenly Father, we are so grateful for the many things that we have learned this last semester, and we are grateful that it is coming to a close. We ask for thy guidance and direction as we finish up our classes and continue to assess the things that we have learned. And we pray that Genevieve will be able to join us here in a minute after picking up her daughter from school. And we ask for thy Spirit to be with us. And we say these things in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Let's see, what do I have here?
So you have 5 to 7 minutes, but nobody's timing you.
That's a lot. Hold on.
I know. Talk slow.
Should I share my half screen like this or just full screen? How you guys want to do it? This is half. So cool. My project is here on the right. Do you just want to do full screen on the right?
Yeah, you can do full screen on the right.
Okay.
And how do you do that?
If you just go to the left, you would see some icons. There's like a green one that says screen share.
Huh?
You click on it. Then it asks you, what do you want to share?
Okay.
Okay. Then you guys can see it now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So this is my project. Okay, I'm just gonna read this one out to you. So the first question was, who do you want to become and why? This is the $1 million question, and the one that I really have to dig deep to find answers to. I aspire to be someone who gives in all he has. I want to strive to achieve the goals I've signed up for. I want to be I want to become. How about this? Yeah. I want to become someone who never gives up. I want to be a person filled with compassion, who helps the one in need. I would like to live life like Christ, understanding, loving, achieving, and optimistic. How was that for a statement?
That's a good one. Hey, can you go into present or slideshow mode so it's bigger?
Yeah, full screen.
Hold on, full screen, and then also the slideshow mode. I don't know if you can do that, but it's just a little bit hard to see.
Can you see it now?
I can see it. It's just not very big. That's all right.
Because I just went into a full screen. Let's see if I can change my, let me see something real quick.
I think if you go to view, the tab view at the top.
Yeah, because on my computer here.
Then slideshow, is that on there?
So this icon here is a slideshow. So when I click it, it goes full screen on my computer, but it sounds like you guys are unable to see it. Let's see.
There's slide.
There we go. And from beginning.
Are you able to see it?
Huh.
That's so weird.
It doesn't work, huh?
It's the same. But I can see it fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
It works on mine.
All right.
Let's see. Change monitor. Even so, it wouldn't work.
That's okay.
Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, it just wouldn't work. Well, we'll just do what we get.
You're fine.
I think I can zoom in. That's about it. Okay, so these are my goals that I set up. Supposed to read the scriptures at least 10 minutes per day. Work out 5 days a week. Read resources that can help me become a better communicator. Attend church, FHE, perform acts of service, have a date night, and visit parents. Um, so this is how I was keeping track of everything from the 20th. So these are the daily goals. I have the weekly goals here as well as the monthly goals. Um, it was pretty hard to keep track of reading the scriptures 10 minutes. So what I used to do is I would read some on my way to work because I think my commute to work with the metro was like 20 minutes. So I had enough time to go on the app and to read something while I was heading to work, or I would just listen to it. Um, so this is for the remainder of the semesters. Here, I wasn't able to work out. I remember that day I was overwhelmed at work. So I had a project that was due the next day. Um, so that's the reason why I couldn't make it to the gym that day. And the gym was like probably 25 more minutes away from my place. I was like, man, I don't want to drive all the way down there. But this day I wasn't able to meet my goal. On the next schedule as well, I wasn't able to read my resources. Sometimes I just feel like I just didn't want to read. Didn't want to do anything that day for some reason. Um, and I'm glad I was able to catch up for the next day. Let's see. Then the regular schedule, and this is where it ends. I stopped at December 11th. Is that where you guys stopped at too, or do you have something for like tomorrow and then the remainder of the week? Because today's the 11th.
Yeah, and if we just if we am I echoing?
A little bit.
You were.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hopefully this is better. I figure if we turn it in today, then that makes sense.
Yeah.
We can keep doing it on our own if we want, but for the assignment, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So, okay. But yeah, this sums up. It's a pretty long schedule, but it's all in there, all the dates for the semester. So this basically talks about what I wasn't able to achieve. For these activities, I had two no's, one for the gym and one for the scripture. I'd not been able to go to the gym because I got overwhelmed at my workplace. I also could not read any resources to better.
Okay, I really was timing you. Not really.
Was that 6 minutes?
That was 5. But I actually said that for me. I didn't know I started it because I was like, oh, I'm going to set this for when I do mine so I can make sure I do it.
I was like,
I'm afraid I won't get 5 minutes in.
Wow. Okay. But let me just finish up this thing real quick then. So the consequences, I feel like I failed at my goal for that particular week. But on the other side, my body was able to recover from the previous day that I went to the gym. What did you accomplish, Fierce? What did you want to accomplish? Reading my scripture and attending church regularly was a consistent way for me to develop a stronger relationship with our Heavenly Father. I was able to keep up with my gym schedule while attending other various activities. This helped me find a balance in life. To conclude this activity, I can say that I was able to achieve all of my goals. What will you do differently in the future? If I could do something differently, I would have reduced my gym schedule to 4 days. With school and work, it was hard to keep up with the 5 training days. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say I scored a 9. I struggled to find a perfect balance or pattern for the first week of the semesters. And the last slide, what did I learn? It is satisfying to realize that when you commit yourself to doing certain things, you can achieve them if you have the will. Also, perseverance must be your ally. Taking notes and reviewing them was a great way to ameliorate the process. And this is it for me.
Oh, Genevieve's here. Good job, Solomon. Looks like you did a good job.
Okay. I'm back.
Solomon, that was awesome. It was really great talking.
It was pretty long.
No, you did great. You know what, Solomon? You know
Yeah.
one of my favorite things that you said you learned was that maybe you should have changed your goal from working out to 5 days a week down to 4. And I think that's awesome for us to learn what we actually are capable of doing. I know for myself, I set my goals really high, and then I only, if I fall short of them, then I think I failed. But really, I mean, you did great. And working out 4 days a week is really an excellent goal. So that's cool that you learned that maybe that's the boundary you should set for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I wish I knew. Wish I knew that earlier. Yeah.
I also like how you said, oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, there's no failing. We just do our best, And this project, I think, is to help us to learn to do our best and to be accountable to what we've done. That's what I think.
Yep. Yeah, I was going to say, I really liked how you incorporated like the scripture reading as well. Because like I feel like a lot of people with something like this project could get caught up in just like, oh, I'm gonna lose 10 pounds by the end of the semester, or just something like that, like almost like a New Year's goal where when people say New Year's resolutions, everybody knows it means like they're gonna try and lose weight or whatever. But I like how you put in how you want to become more like Christ, because really I think that's what life is about, is learning how to become like Him. So. That's all.
Thanks.
Genevieve, glad you made it back.
Yeah. Seriously, it was 11:55 and my phone rings and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So I had to pick my daughter up, and then like when I was trying to text you guys, because I felt that was the fastest way to get a hold of everybody. and then my mother-in-law is trying to call and I'm like, go away. So, yeah. Of course it would all happen at the same time. Yeah. So
yeah, if it wasn't you, it would have been me. So thanks for taking it on this time.
Take a hit for the team. It was all my fault.
Yeah. Always. No. Do you guys want me to go next?
Close to my council, do some stuff. So
go ahead.
And oh, sorry. Sorry to interrupt. Oh no, you're good. I'm just in a meeting. So she wants to use my car. No. Oh. So she would just like a car here just in case she needs to go somewhere. Oh yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go tell her. Okay. Sorry guys. My sister. Okay. Awesome.
You're fine.
Sarah, did you want to go next?
Okay, yeah, I will.
Okay.
So let me see. Screen share. Did I click on application window?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if this works. Hey, what do you guys see?
I see your screen.
Is it just my screen, or do you see me too? Because do you want me to do the half thing?
I just see your screen. I think that's good.
Is that good? Is that fine? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to do the half thing. Oh, that's on the first page. Ta-da! That's the first page.
Beautiful.
Okay, here we go. 28. Let me see if I can take 5 minutes. All right. Who do I want to become? So I actually, had this huge paragraph for the beginning, but I really tried to simplify it because for PowerPoint presentations, I always write way too much. So I'm learning to not write so much and to do more pictures, but I still wrote too much. You'll see. So I want to become a good friend to others, someone who's willing to serve others, even when it means giving up a little my own personal comfort, because that's hard for me because I already feel overwhelmed enough with just my own family. But I want to like reach out and not be afraid to serve other people as well. And I really love to help people. That's like last one, someone who serves and lifts others. I really love to help people. I'm just sometimes, especially the older I get, the more I'm afraid to volunteer and say I can, because, the school's going to call, right? And my kids are going to come home and then I'm going to have to cancel. And so anyways, that's where my fear is about doing that. So here are my goals. And I worked on, obviously the first one we all did was the checking our partner's goals. Did I get up early? I didn't set a time. really wasn't that hard because my kids are all up early for school, and because I'm kind of driven nut, and so I'm always up early anyways. But it's important to me to get up and get, things going so I can have the full day to work. I talked about this earlier about I didn't set a goal that says I'm not going to eat any sugar or I'm not going to ever have a dessert or whatever, because I don't think that's reasonable for me. And it's just going to make me want to have dessert more. And I tend to already be pretty crazy nut about health food. And the reason why is because I know what foods make me feel good. So I put in there, did I eat the right kind of foods today that help me support? I mean, number one, I'm very, very busy and I need to stay awake during the day. I need to have energy to run around, help with my kids, and I need to have energy to sit at the computer and do my homework. So that was the thinking I had behind that goal. And I know if I start the morning with a donut, then I'm not going to feel healthy. I'm not. So without really putting in specifics, like, did I eat a donut for breakfast? That was that goal. And I don't. I hate how I feel when I eat unhealthy foods. So that was a pretty easy one to keep. I work out every day. I run 4 miles or bike 10 miles or whatever the weather. If I bike, it's usually indoors. I have a recumbent bike. So that was my workout goal. And I didn't get any skinnier, but I've been doing this for 2.5 years now. So whatever. I'm skinny enough. Other goals is, did I take time to read my scriptures and conference talks? And I did. And I kind of throughout the semester got set on, I don't really know how it happened, but I'm reading about 2 chapters a day and 2 conference talks. I think it's because I couldn't make up my mind what to read. So I just read a couple of each. And I'll mention this later, but I really felt blessed for doing that goal and really diligently studying every day. It's weird because you don't see the difference a day at a time, but then you kind of, when it combines together, you can just feel the difference in your life. So that was neat. Did I do my best to be patient? Okay, guys, this is a goal I've been working on for years, and the kids love to razz me about the decibel level. So that's kind of a joke in our family, but definitely work on not raising my voice and not raising my decibel levels when I'm talking to my kids. Here's more of just use my time wisely to get my work done. This is just totally my personality. I'm just so driven. I have to work all the time. And so I thought it would be a good goal. This one in blue, did I listen first? That one I added sometime in October because it was either something we read in this class or another class, but just really got in my head that it might have been something I read on Facebook too, that I can do a better job listening to other people. I've since then even have read a couple more articles and how we just, instead of listening to what other people are saying, we're thinking about what we want to say back to them. And I was like, yes, that's how I am. So I thought this would be a good goal for me to do. And I really enjoyed working on that goal. And then also, do I live in my budget and, make a choice with my finances? It's important for me to work on my marriage. So do I spend one-on-one time with my husband? I'm really blessed to have a temple 20 minutes away. So I think that there's no excuse to not go a couple times a month. And Fast Sunday is, it's so hard, but I always see blessings from it. So I thought that'd be a good goal too. So I'm taking a long time, but as you see, this is the very beginning, 9/18. You can see my daily goals up in the green, the weekly goals in the yellow, and the monthly goal. And there's 3 pages of them. And I guess I need to update this page because I did this PowerPoint on the 7th. And so you see I don't have it updated till today. So I'll put a new picture in that before I submit it. But let's see. What did I accomplish? 2 of the best things that happened from my goals were that I was able to get into a great habit of studying the scriptures daily, and I was able to learn to be a better listener to my family members, to my friends, and to people that I work with. So that was neat, and I have a very long ways to go, just so you know. But it's neat to be thinking and realizing that that's something I can improve. What will I do in the future? I don't, you guys can give me suggestions, but as far as do with my goals, I did my best. I liked what I did. So no change there. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give myself a 20, and forgive me if it's obnoxious, but I feel like I give 150% of everything that I do. So I'm going to be honest and say that, because, you know, that's what I do. So don't laugh at me. Just laugh with me. What did I learn? I guess I'll read this. Let's see. Let me skip down. Oh, let me just share with you. You probably can read most of it. Just that we have to constantly work on ways to improve ourselves. And I love this quote. President Uchtdorf said, "Now is the best time to start becoming the person we eventually want to be." And I just think that's great, because, you know, it doesn't do us any good to look back last month or last year and say, oh, I should have. It's gone. So let's start today, and let's look to the future and try to become the best that we can be. So I really like that. And that is my presentation. And I went plenty long. So do I stop sharing? Let's see, did that work?
Yep.
Did it work? Oh, yes.
You did it. You
Awesome.
did it.
Did I do a good job?
Good job.
Ah, all right.
Cool. I like how you set goals that you knew you could do. I think that's really important.
Yeah. Yeah, goals need to be reasonable, I think. And I will not, like, never have sugar or never have something, even though that's like, I don't even like chocolate, okay? I just am not big into sweets and junk food, because they make me feel like horrible. But the minute I make some goal and I'm like, I can't have it, I'm going to be obsessing about it. I know myself. So, yeah.
How long did it take you to figure that out about yourself?
Oh, no, I'm 44, and it was probably last year. So no, it's just, you know, like, Susanna, like, if I in my mind, well, okay, if I had written down there that I was going to read two chapters of scriptures and 2 conference talks every day, and then if I didn't, I would feel like a failure. Like if I only read 1 conference talk or one chapter of scriptures. But that's ridiculous. Like, my brain knows it's ridiculous, even though my personality or whatever it is that just drives me is like, oh, you failed, you're, you know, whatever. So I'm really, really learning. And to me, it's a process. Like, I'm there trying to learn that if I only gave 125% today, that's okay, because it's still 125%. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
No, I get it, because I'm the same way, kind of.
Yeah.
I think, like, I'm the same, except that when I don't accomplish something and I feel like a failure, instead of feeling that fail feeling, I guess, I'm just, like, I become rebellious, and I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to do this, and I'm just going to, like, do the opposite. And so it's really a negative cycle. So.
Yeah. My sister pointed that out to me. She said that I'm all or nothing.
Yeah.
And she read it in some book. It was a book, I don't remember, but not everybody's that way, but I recognize that me. Either I'm on top and I'm just all going strong, or then I'm just like, forget it. Nothing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Like black and white thinking.
Yeah.
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 Photo bomber.
I'm the same way about stuff. It's either, okay, I'm going to do it and I'm going to do it well, or, oh, forget it. So, like, case in point, the laundry. Either I get it all put away right away, or it just sits and accumulates in the basket.
Yep.
I was having this conversation with my husband a couple days ago, and I was like, okay. He was like, you really need to learn to pick your battles. You've just got to be able to let things go. I'm like, I have. See my laundry pile? There it is.
That's a great example.
Oh,
Funny.
Wait,
All
Jenny,
right.
I have to tell you something though. This is for Genevieve. Are you ready?
okay.
So I have 6 kids, and my kids are doing their laundry by the time they're 6. Like washer, dryer, folding, put away. So make your kids do the laundry.
Oh, no, they do the laundry. They wash it, they sort it, and they get the basket to my room, and then I just let it sit there. And I don't fold and put away my laundry.
Oh,
But I'm not in charge of washing it. It's just my laundry.
Oh. I gotcha.
So, but yes, I hear ya. Whenever, like, I have a friend who, and not to like derail, because yeah, but I have a friend, like her daughter went off to college, and she had to call her, and she said, "Mom, I don't know how to work the washing machine. Can you help me?" I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
You put the quarter in, you push the button. It's not that hard.
Yeah. Or people on Facebook, I see them like, she's like, I found this one lady, I finally got to my laundry, and she has like mounds and mounds to fold. And I'm like, what? That's what kids are for.
Yes.
Why are you doing laundry? Because I do my own laundry and that's it. And half the time I'll ask one of the kids to go put it in for me because, you know, I'm lazy or something. I don't know.
Because you learn to pick your battles.
Because they're just sitting there doing nothing. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So, yeah, let's get back on topic. Awesome, though.
All right. Genevieve, did you want to present or did you want me to present?
I'll go. Hopefully
Okay.
I can. So I push the green screen share button because I've never done this before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, we'll see what happens.
There you go.
Yep, okay. Oops. Okay. Okay, you guys can all see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for my goals, I just listed a few things, and like Sarah did, I just tried to simplify it as much as I could. So I really wanted to focus on balancing my responsibilities. I have a lot of stuff on my plate between family and moving and trying to get used to a new routine and school. And so I wanted to take care of that. And then one thing that I've really been trying to do is establish my own unique identity, just because I feel like so many people are like, oh, you're Albert's mom, or you're Andy's wife, you're Mary's friend. And I'm like, I just want to be me and have people respect me for who I am. And so building who that is and feeling more confident in myself. I want to do better at taking care of myself so that I can serve others. And then take care of my mind, body, and spirit. And then just establish myself as a strong, healthy, faithful, and kind person in my goals. So I didn't upload my, let's see, I think I can toggle over to, well, maybe I can't. Where am I? Here it is. Sorry. Okay, here's my accountability project. All my tracking stuff. I couldn't figure out how to like put it really cute onto the page. So, but here it is. I just broke it up into daily, weekly, and monthly goals. And as you can see, there's no's in there. I got really sick a couple times this semester. So like, I just blocked that whole thing out when I got sick. That way I didn't have to feel bad about myself, because what do you do when you get sick? There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so let me go back. So for my daily goals, there were, of course, the record keeping, tracking, and I found that after so many no's that I needed to just track it on my phone. So I got a goal tracker on there, and that was much easier, and I had a lot less problems after that. And then checking in with my accountability partner. I had an awesome partner. We would just text back and forth every day and encourage each other. Gospel study. I try to give myself some slack here so that I could read my scriptures or conference talk, something, just so that I was studying and feeling spiritually uplifted 20 minutes a day. And then I've always been good about drinking water, and I just wanted to make sure that I was monitoring how much I was taking. So I made sure I was drinking a full water bottle before each meal, and that made it really easy to get what I needed every day. And then, so 30 minutes of exercise every day. And I have to tell you that at first I was like, okay, yeah, I'll get to like 10,000 steps a day and stuff. I am so, because I'm an online student, I found that I'm super sedentary, especially from checking out my goal tracker. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm not ever anywhere close to 10,000 steps, but I got my 30 minutes of a very slow walk-in every day. So I'm totally cool with that. So my weekly goals were to spread cheer somebody up, or provide a service every week. And these were just some of the ways that I did that. And then attending the temple every week. I just missed 2 weeks, so that wasn't too bad. And the cool thing about where I just moved to is there are so many temples around. So I just listed all the different temples I got to go to during this semester. So that was kind of cool. For my monthly goals, it was to fast for 24 hours with a purpose. Hadn't done this in a while. I'd always just done the 2 meals and called it good, but I really tried hard to make this better and have it be more purposeful. And then for fun, just to help for personal enrichment, I decided to read a book a month, and I was able to read 2, and they were really short because that's all I had the time for, but it really helped me, so that was cool. On my consequences, so I had a specific consequence for each goal, just because I know who I am, and if the consequence was too weird, then like Susanna said, it would be just like, well, fine, I don't need to do this anyway. So these are just some of the things that I did. The record keeping one, just because I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I was like, well, I'm just going to sing that Beatles song, I'm a loser, if I messed up for 3 days in a row. And then no Facebook if I didn't study. And I mean, you can read all those. I don't have to read them off. You can see them. But one thing, so I had one day where I didn't meet my exercise goal, and I had put down the consequence of strength training, like doing, I can't even remember. Wait, it's on here. 10 sets of stairs, 50 sit-ups, and 20 push-ups. And I hate all those things. So I messed up one day and I did that. And I'm like, oh, this sucks. I'm never going to do that again. So, and then watching sports, I really, really hate sports. And I ended up having to watch something with my husband 1 month because I didn't read my book. So I think I picked appropriate consequences that helped me and didn't make me feel terrible if I did mess up. Some positive benefits I had, I developed a great friendship with my accountability partner. I did gain better consistency and better balance in my life. I did lose 15 pounds, and I can fit into and zip in and out of my temple dress, which is a huge deal because it was getting really tight. And then one thing was, because I was going to the temple so much, I was used to the Boise temple where there are like no stairs. And then all the temples that are around here in Utah, they all have huge, very tall flights of stairs that you have to walk through unless you want to like ask to take the elevator, which I didn't want to do. So I had to really get better at my physical activity, and that helped me a lot so that I wasn't like panting at the top of the stairs. It was really bad. Future plans, I just have a few things here, future goals, and that I've been hoping to do. So graduating next semester, yay! And, I want to finish the Old Testament. That's like, I've been wanting to do that for like 10 years and it just hasn't happened. But I'm getting there. And I want to be a temple worker and get more sleep and eat less and get a lot more healthy because I used to be that way. So anyway, so I have that. And I just went through all the things at the beginning and who I am now. And I feel that I've become better at all these different areas. And then just said at the end, and I'm still a work in progress, because isn't that what life's all about, right? So anyway, that is it.
Awesome. I'm echoing you guys, and I don't know why.
Okay, how do I get back? There it is. Okay.
Get me out of this.
Ah! Okay, and I didn't time myself. I think I took way too long.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I really like the fact that you were able to had, how can I put it, finding yourself, like putting yourself out there so people know you for who you are instead of who you hang out with or who you're married to. So I think that's really important to have a personal identity when it comes to being in public, stuff like that. So I think that was one of my favorite things to hear.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, Suzanne.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask. Wait, remind me where you live again in Utah?
In Lehigh.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Hi.
Yeah, I love all those temples around there. I love Utah. It's just so great. Have you been to the new city center one? The temple?
Oh no, I haven't. I haven't been down there yet. So
It's like tiny, but it's really pretty. You should definitely go sometime.
yeah, it's on my list.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What?
Oh, I said it's on my list. My husband and I were like, okay, we've got like all these temples. Which one should we go to? And he's like, how about St. George? I'm like, that's like 8 hours away or something ridiculous.
3.
It's absurd. I don't have all day.
Cool. Well, that's so great. Hey, Solomon, did you need to leave early? Not that I want to kick you out or anything.
It's fine. I can listen to your goals before I take off.
Okay.
Yeah, I was supposed to leave like 30 minutes ago, but it's fine.
Oh, sorry. Thanks for sticking.
I'll just make something up. I'll just make something up once I get down there.
Okay, cool. So I guess I can go really quick. I'll make it fast, okay? Let's see. All right, can you guys see that? Can you see it okay?
Yep.
All right, cool. Accountability project.
Those headbands. I want one of them.
All right, there we go. All right, so I just had one main goal, and I added others throughout the semester. But at the beginning of the semester and like throughout the summer and stuff, I've just had a really rough year with like anxiety and depression. So I just wanted to become a mentally and emotionally stable person. And I'd had several different goals to do this, and one of the biggest ones were we're taking meds and supplements and like meeting with the doctor. And it was a hard thing for me to spend the money on the supplements and things because I hate spending money, especially when I feel like I could go without it. But I definitely cannot go without my supplements, otherwise I go crazy. Let's see, tracking sheet. Okay, here's the tracking sheet. My goals on the top. Yeah. And there were some times like where I totally forgot about like checking, like one time I forgot about checking partner's goals. Like, I don't know, it just slipped my mind, which is weird because every other day I remembered. And then there were some things that I just were not happening. And so I had to modify them. And I didn't know that we had to, or I didn't remember that we had to tell Brother Castillo if we modified them. So I'm super bummed that I forgot about that because I totally got an F on this project because of that. So yeah, and then so I did pretty decently. Okay, and then there were some no's because I was sick. I forgot a lot of the time. There were some no's like this one time I was just super tired and I couldn't do my abs workout, and so I had to take the consequence the next day. And then recently I've had some heart problems too. Let's see. And then, oh wait, what the heck? Sorry. There were some goals that I followed through on consequences for, and then other ones, like I didn't, as I added them in, I didn't have set consequences, and I probably should have just had the same consequences for all of them, but I didn't impose them, which was my bad. And so I guess I deserve an F, but whatever. All right, so then effective consequences. So like when I did impose the consequences, I was like for one of them, if I didn't do 10 minutes of ab workout one day, then I would do 30 minutes the next day. And I really didn't like that because I love working out and stuff, but 30 minutes of just abs is super boring to me. I'd rather go run a half marathon or something. But yeah, so that was motivation to not skip a day. And then for my medications or supplements, I would have my consequence was to put on a game night with some of the YSA in my ward, and that like freaks me out because like when I'm not mentally all the way there, I hate being social, and so that really motivated me to have to take my supplements every day. So I accomplished my main goal. I am mentally stable again, and instead of like actual like pharmaceuticals, I'm taking like nutraceuticals, which are like a lot better for long term. And so there was some goals that I didn't really accomplish, but I shouldn't have even set those goals in the first place. Because like I had an eating goal, and I shouldn't have set that one because of my history with like eating disorders and stuff like that. So I should have been more careful about what goals I set. So in what ways I'm a more stable person. I'm not depressed and in bed all day. I can do things now, which is great. So I'm happy again. In the future, I will set measurable goals and goals that I actually am set on accomplishing. On a scale of 1 to 10, I started out as a 10, like I was all for it, and then throughout the semester, I slipped down to about a 5. Well, I don't know. It's hard to measure that one, but I definitely like declined throughout the semester. And then about accountability, that's a really long paragraph, but basically, I learned that I can be accountable, or I can accomplish goals when I really want to accomplish them. And yeah. Okay.
Awesome, Susanna.
Cool. So there we go.
That's great. I have something to say.
Go for it.
You guys ready for this? No, just kidding.
Yep.
Susanna, on a scale of 1 through 10, how much effort did you put in the project? Did you remember that was the question? Do you really think your effort slipped down to 5? Because I was your partner and I watched you do the goals. And so we're talking effort here. We're not talking perfection. We're not talking about yeses or nos. No's, you gave yourself the consequence, but you kept doing it. You kept on it. You kept on it. You kept on it. And what I saw from my end being your partner is that you kept on it, which means effort. So are you sure your effort really went down to a 5? Because it didn't look like that to me.
That's a hard one. Yeah, I don't know. Because like with some of my goals, like just looking back over them, it was hard to like, I think I'm really so focused on this one goal that I didn't do that I just couldn't get it. And I think that's really where I got discouraged. And so I like in that black and white thinking, I'm like, oh, well then I didn't do any of them, which is not true because I did read my scriptures every day and I did take my supplements and I did every other thing except for this one goal that was just, I don't know. So maybe I should, I don't know. That's a good point.
I think you should rethink that because, again, even in the one goal that you didn't accomplish, it didn't say, did you accomplish it or not? It said, did you give it effort? And so I will tell you the reason I put that sassy 20 is because I know myself and the effort I give. And I give way more effort than I should. I can't stop myself. I can't stop being so driven or whatever. Just talk to my husband. I'm very hard to live with because I'm this way. And thankfully he's very laid back, or my poor kids, they would be awful. But if you really think about your effort that you gave and not the fact that you didn't do what you wanted to do, I think you would see, Susanna, that you gave that 100% effort. I think you would see that because that's what I saw on my end, checking your goals every day and seeing how you were doing.
Thank you, Sarah. That makes me feel a little bit better. Maybe I'll email Brother Castillo because like that's stupid to get an F when I actually did do stuff. So
yeah. Just think about it and don't forget, pay close attention to what the question is asking you because, if the question said on a scale of 10, how perfect are you, Sarah? Then I would have said, well, -200. If you want to ask about that level, that's something totally different. But it asked about effort. And I see a lot of effort from your end. So I see all of you guys. You did awesome effort on your projects. They were great. They were all amazing.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. I'll email him and just be like, hey, pal. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, I think we're like done with our subject material. Does anybody have anything else they want to say?
Great job on your project, Susanna.
Oh, thanks, you too. Yeah, everybody did such a good job.
So, and don't be so hard on yourself. I know Sarah just spent like however long telling you not to be so hard on yourself. But like, coming from experience, it's not worth it. It just drags you down. And I think if you just focus on those things that you have done well, because you didn't give up. And that's the only way you can fail is if you give up. And you didn't. So just kick that fail mentality to the curb.
All right.
That's true.
Thank you so much, you guys, for everything. And I'm sad I'm not gonna be able to see you guys weekly anymore. But good luck in everything. Congrats on graduating next semester, Genevieve. Yeah, I'm super excited for you. That's a huge accomplishment. So cool. Well, I can stop the broadcast unless anybody else has anything to say. Nope. Okay. Cool.